Okay, today is May 22nd, 2017, and right now at 8 p.m., we have a temperature of 77 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 45%. The barometer is reading 29.91 inches, and the dew point is 54 degrees. And right now we're looking at the western U.S. infrared loop, and we can see that there is moisture moving towards California right here. And also we have moisture moving right down through Oregon, Washington, Oregon, and into California through Nevada. And there it is right there. And of course, there's zero rain on the Doppler map. There's no rain in the forecast, but we do have moisture moving through. And of course, that means that the jets have been dispatched to spray the aerosols into the skies, and that has prevented the rain. As we can see here on the latest Doppler map, there is zero rain on the west coast. All right, so here's the water vapor map for the western U.S. We have a mid and upper level low right here, and we can see very little rotation right in the center of that system. There's no rotation at all. And there is a transmitter generated blockade right here, which is evaporating all the moisture as this moves right into that zone. Also, we have installed high pressure right off of the west coast. Everything is wrapping vigorously clockwise. This is the jet stream right here. And we see a lot of chemtrail spraying right in this area. We'll take a look at that on the SSEC water vapor map. We can see a separate transmitter opening up a giant hole right here to evaporate all of this moisture as it wraps down through Washington, Oregon, and into California. So everybody living in these three states is seeing a lot of chemtrail activity. The way we know that is because there's zero rain on the Doppler map. That means that these skies up here are completely blanketed with the chemtrail haze, which caps the atmosphere and prevents the lift necessary for precipitation. We have to have two things for precipitation. We have to have lift in the atmosphere, and we have to have moisture. So we've got the moisture here, but no lift. And that's why there is zero rain here on this Doppler map. All right. Let's look at this in the rainbow map once again. We can see plenty of moisture right here, which should be moving right into Southern California and Baja and this entire region. That's all being blockaded, as I just was mentioning, right through here. These transmitters generate a lot of energy, heat energy, which evaporates the atmospheric water vapor. And that's what we're seeing right here. And also, here's another mid and upper level low right over here trying to develop, and we can see that there's a transmitter right on top of this system right here, as well as this one here. We have a half a system right here. Half of this system is missing. All that descending air has counteracted the natural counterclockwise rotation that we'd normally see on that system. So there's very little rotation here, if any. Earlier today, there was more rotation than there is now. Got a low pressure system up over here, and we've got high pressure right here. This is the bigger northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see a lot of thunderstorm activity down here in the East Pacific. This storm here is being blown apart with microwave. This is being superheated. We can see a blast pattern. We'll take a look at that later on the East Pacific map. So the forecast for tomorrow, Tuesday, is for more chemtrail spraying as this pattern continues. We've got high pressure installed. Everything is having to wind around this high pressure. And of course, this is how the California drought was manufactured the last 5.5 years. We had stationary high pressure parked offshore for basically 5.5 years. And that allowed very little rain into the Southern California area. This is the first year we've had any kind of real rain to talk about. We've had about 23.5 inches, which which is good. That we should have about 20 to 25 inches every year, even up to 30 and 35 inches. That was normal not too many years ago, 20 years ago. All right, here's the jet stream map, 300 millibar jet stream map. We can see bits and pieces of the jet stream. We've got a section here moving into Canada. We've got this mid and upper level low here, which is circulating some high velocity moisture around that and over and into Mexico and part of Texas. Okay. Of course, this is all being blockaded. This cooler, damp weather will make it near California with this manipulation going on. So the climate change that we're being told about on television and reading about in the newspapers and radio by the corporate mainstream, quote, mainstream media is all lies. It's fake news. We're not being told the truth, and that's why the mainstream media is dying, and that's why alternative media has come along and stepped up to the plate. And somebody's got to tell the truth here, folks. So there's a lot of media outlets that are doing that, and of course CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and all these other fake news outlets are going to be dying. They're digging their own graves. All right, enough ranting. Here's the southwest IR map. We can really see that moisture moving right into Southern California in the eastern desert area. And of course, this is the area where we saw a lot of chemtrail spraying yesterday and today. Right over those mountains. We were looking over the San Gabriel Mountains out to the east and to the north, and we could really see the heavy spraying. And this will probably continue overnight. The jets spray chemtrails at night, day, it doesn't matter. That's probably what they're doing now. All right, here's the East Pacific water vapor loop. We can see these thunderstorms down here brewing. This one right here was blown apart. We can see the blast pattern. This area was targeted with microwave, a pinpoint microwave attack. That superheats the center of the storm. We have rapid expansion, shock waves, and we see the blast pattern right around the periphery of that thunderstorm right there. Over here, same story. We have a blast pattern. We have the color change, moves from a deep pink magenta color down to a aqua green as that system is imploded from all the heat. It's, the microwave instantaneously heats the water vapor, and that causes the rapid expansion and the blast pattern. This is where the hurricanes and disturbances develop down here in this area. Let's take a look at the eastern East Pacific. This is Central America up here. And things look fairly quiet on all the maps today. The hurricane maps, there's no disturbances. Let's take a look next. Here's the surface analysis map. See a trough right over California and Oregon right here, indicated as a developing gale. If we go back to that the big map, we can see what's going on here. Actually we have some low pressure right here spinning. We've got something right here trying to develop right in this area, and look what's happening. We've got a transmitter right on top of that, evaporating the moisture content in that spinning system right here. We've got high pressure adjacent to that to evaporate all that moisture, and that's what's happening right here. We've got high pressure, and it looks like we've got something here that was trying to spin counterclockwise. All right, here's the right here we have the surface map. This is the sea level pressure map. We can see a lot of squiggly lines over the west coast where these transmitters are working, and that's causing a lot of squiggly lines. We can see that there. We have an upper level low out here, mid and upper level low, and otherwise there's just high pressure all over in the East Pacific. There is low pressure right here, center of low pressure right there over Mexico. The 500 millibar map, we see that mid and upper level low trying to move towards California. This has all been blocked, as we were explaining. Got more squiggly lines at the 500 millibar level, which is about 18,000 feet. And then we have the 300 millibar map, which is 30,000 feet. This is that upper level low right here. Got another one right here. Both of these have transmitters on them. And that's why they're not developing. And we have more squiggly lines, which is a mixture of high and low pressure mixed together. And zero rain over the west coast. Now here is the SSEC water vapor map. We can really see the chemtrail spraying in this map, right in here. These lines are running all over the place, every which way. It looks like graph paper. So we've got the jet stream flow here, moving around this high pressure and right back into California, Nevada, Arizona, and all this is being sprayed very, very heavily. And of course, that's why we're not seeing any rain in any of these three states or in Arizona. As we pan down, we can see that mid and upper level low right here. And here we see some rotation, some counterclockwise rotation. Earlier today, this morning, I was watching this, and this center, was being targeted with microwave, and that is what is destroying the organization of this system. Okay. Once again, the Doppler map, nothing on the west coast. A little bit of rain here in Arizona, near Flagstaff, Sedona area, Grand Canyon. Okay, so that's the report. I'll just leave it right here. And we will hopefully do another one tomorrow. Okay, that's it.